Dr. Johnson with Bethel University. Suppose you're an entrepreneur within a large corporation that has just innovated into a new business, or that you're a traditional entrepreneur who has just launched an innovative new startup. One of the keys to your success will be in attracting customers. Thus, I have a very simple question for you. Who is your customer? Indeed, there are 5 roles in the buying process that you should be aware of: the initiator, the influencer, the decider, the buyer, and the user. But which role represents the customer? Whether you think it is good or bad, even stereotypical roles have a place, and understanding them can help us generate ideas, refine strategies, clarify value propositions, and more importantly, better serve our customers and consumers. Thus, I want to illustrate these 5 buying roles: the initiator, influencer, decider, buyer, and user, in the form of a story. Our story begins with Chris, who would soon be graduating from college with honors. Chris is home for a holiday break, and during one of the family cookouts, the grandmother comes over to Chris's parents and, to their surprise, asks, "So, are you all getting Chris a car as a graduation gift for having done so well?" Chris, who had just come over and sat down to eat, immediately looked up with delight and said, "I want a Kia." At this point, Chris's dad tried to interrupt these things, given where they were clearly headed. He wanted to emphasize to everyone that cars are expensive. However, Chris's uncle, who worked at the dealership, quickly came over and assured them that he could get them a great deal. "What kind of Kia do you want?" he asked. "A Kia Rio or a Forte or even a Kia Soul," replied Chris. "You should not get a Rio," commented the uncle. "That vehicle was listed among the top 20 most dangerous passenger vehicles. In fact, I think it might have been number 15. However, the Forte and Soul models are both on the list of safest passenger vehicles." "Tell us more about those two," said the mother. "Well, the Kia Soul is actually a boxy hatchback and generally more expensive, while the Kia Forte is a more traditional compact sedan. But it has collision and lane departure warning as standard features," stated the uncle. "That one sounds the safest and is even less expensive," responded Chris's mother. "We'll get that one for Chris," she said as she patted her husband's hand. The following week, Chris's parents, along with Chris, walked into the dealership where the uncle worked and had made arrangements for Chris to simply pick a color. Chris's dad then sat down with the uncle and wrote a check for the full price of the vehicle, and a joyful Chris drove the vehicle home that day. Who was the customer? Chris? No. Chris was the user, also known as the consumer. The grandparent was the initiator. The uncle was the influencer. The mother was the decider. The dad was the buyer, also known as the customer. He is the one who actually wrote the check in this particular scenario. What you need to think about and understand is why. Why does the customer write that proverbial check? Why does the customer buy? Clearly, a person could play all 5 of these roles, or it could vary as in our story. However, our focus is on the customer and understanding the customer and these roles and applying them appropriately in designing products and services, developing marketing and advertising campaigns, and formulating strategies can greatly improve the success of the business. I'm Dr. Johnson with Bethel University, St. Paul. Blessings to you all.